Hello, what's up? How y'all doing? I hope you had a great day. Okay, I just posted. I hope you had a chance to read my last post, so I thought I'd do a quick live on that, and it basically is talking about the silver lining, because many people don't know what the real difference is between eating healthy versus eating for fat loss and eating for lean muscle gains, as well as similarly what the difference is between exercising and then exercising with a training program targeted for your goals, whether it be fat loss or lean muscle building. So there is a difference. So I guess one of the biggest things I hear from many women is they're frustrated because they're eating their healthy salads every day and they're making all these intentional attempts to make healthier choices and to eat healthier, to start moving and walking. However, they're not seeing a change in their body and they're tired of that. And they're just like, you know what other choice do I have? I just got to keep going. But really they're unhappy with the whole journey because they're not seeing any changes. So here's the thing, there is a silver lining. So our bodies change. Every day of our life, every year of our life determines how we're going to eat and how we're going to train, because our bodies do not stay the same. Obviously, with every year that passes, we lose muscle mass, or you may have gained weight, or you might have different blood work, different hormonal levels. So you have to obviously alter a program for that. Now, let me just stick to the basics. So if you are eating healthy for health is different than eating for fat loss. Let me explain. Eating healthy means one of the food guides, American Food Journal or Canadian Food Guide will say, okay, it's important to eat a good mix of healthy vegetables, good amount of protein, good amount of carbohydrates, healthy fats, which is great, right? Okay, we're eating healthy. So instead of grabbing a chocolate bar or instead of grabbing a bag of chips, you're going to turn to perhaps some nuts. So I'm going to use the scenario nuts. So you take the day, and from there, what do? Okay, so you start eating nuts, you start chewing on some almonds, and then you snack again, and your next snack is a bunch of, vegetable thin crackers, and then you have a cheese tray, and then maybe later on you're going to have some avocado in your salad, and as well you're going to sprinkle some nuts on there. And guess what? Yes, those foods are all healthy, but if you are eating with a goal in mind for your fat loss, you have just sabotaged your fat loss goals, because the amount of fat that you just took in for that day between your intake of nuts, your intake of avocado, your intake of healthy omega-3 oils, your intake of cheese, and any of those crisper crackers has now amounted to a fat consumption of probably over 200 grams, literally 200 grams, when ideally you should be under 50 in most cases. So this is why you are not eating for fat loss. So if you are performing those type of nutritional activities on the daily, then this may be one of the reasons why you're not losing weight or you're not losing fat, because you are way over what is considered a 20 to 25% of fat intake. So yes, those foods may be healthy, but they are not conducive to you losing fat because they're higher in fat content. Does that make sense? So make sure you drop a comment below if that does make sense. So the fat content, especially with fats, it's 9 grams, okay, per calorie, 9 calories per gram. So like the amount of fat you're eating is just way over. So that is the difference between eating healthy and eating for fat loss. And the same goes for muscle building. If you're not eating enough, you may be eating healthy, but if you are not in an excessive, caloric intake, meaning above your maintenance calories to build muscle and fuel your body accordingly, having the right foods in your system to fuel and to act as energy to push through your workouts, then you won't be able to build that lean muscle. So that is a prime example of what the differences are. Although all great, they all really depend on the type of goal that you have in mind. So let me take you through to exercise. So same thing with exercise. Many people say, I exercise and I still can't seem to lose this, estrogen belly. I can't seem to lose the love handles around my hips, the back fat. What do you define as exercise? What do you define? I'm being silly. Okay, here's the thing, ladies. And I'm going to be very truthful because that's how I am. I just speak the truth. I will commend anyone for getting up and moving, getting their 10,000 steps in. Great. I commend you. I think it's great. But again, just like eating healthy, exercise is not the same as training. You can exercise for cardiovascular health because you want to maintain good heart health, good oxygen flow, good circulation. However, if you are just walking and that's all you're doing, and you're not doing any other activity for the total daily energy expenditure, chances are it's going to be very difficult for you to lose fat for a couple of reasons. One, when you're walking, especially if you're just walking, cruising, walking the dog, your heart rate is not in an elevated status, meaning your heart rate is typically only around 100 and 120 beats per minute, which is not fat burning mode. And depending what age bracket you're in, fat burning mode is over 140, and we like to have it about 150 to 160. So if you go for a 1 hour walk and you say, okay, well, I've burned 200 calories. Well, are you burning fat calories? Are you in a state of fat burning? And the answer is no, because you're just walking. And you're not even, like if you were power walking, you pump those arms, like in the Olympics, they have those power walking, they swivel their hips, you know what I'm talking about. That would be a different story. Or if you're almost walk running or interval jogging in between your walking, that would be different. But if you're just going for a leisurely walk, that is not going to be sufficient for you to really tap into those stubborn fat stores. Now, if you have a training plan where you're doing resistance training and strength training, you are obviously going to combine that with interval training or some sort of cardiovascular activity, which is going to raise your metabolic rate, which then allows you to build more lean muscle, which in turn allows you to burn more calories at rest. And that's the key, is you're burning more calories at rest, right? Cardio doesn't do that. Once you stop and you go for that walk and you sit on the couch, that's it. When you incorporate strength training or weight training and elevate intervals of that training, whether it be, some conditioning or some plyometrics or some HIIT combined in with that training, this allows you to tap into a fat burning zone, which after, when you go sit and watch Netflix, it allows you to continue to burn fat, right? Which is ideally what we want. So those are kind of the differences in what I mentioned in my post and what you need to consider. So really ask yourself, reflect at the end of the day, what your efforts are and how they are contributing to your overall goal. If you are just wanting a healthy lifestyle and that's it, and you want to enjoy foods and some fruits and everything, wonderful. Okay, I always say balance and moderation. So it's 80 or 20. But if you are working toward a specific goal, if you're trying to lose weight, lose fat, or build muscle, then you need to level up your game and shift from just exercising to a more targeted and structured training program that will target your goal. And the exercises will be reflective of that. And as well, you will have a structured nutrition plan that is meant for your goals and not just eating healthy. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, make sure that you drop them in the chat below. Send me a DM and feel free to share this message. And always remember, there's plenty of content on my YouTube channel where I am offering lots of nutrition and training strategies, a lot of workout demos, recipes, and everything else as we all get strong and sexy together. And I appreciate everyone here. And again, drop a comment and tell me you liked this video, this live, and what you didn't know and maybe what you learned. Anyways, take care and have a fabulous, positive day.